this team, and he's very happy with the grade 9 group that he has coming in, and he actually compared it to the 2000 and I think it was 7 year that we had at St. Basil's. We had a boatload of 93 kids coming through, the likes of Brock and Jordan Hoover and Mario Bruni and company, and he says he's very happy with this group as well. So they are young, but he says they do certainly have a lot of talent.
Of course, a lot of those grade 9s I've seen firsthand from my days at Holy Cross. We mentioned earlier Bafano and a few other of those kids that are coming up and haven't played SMFL. Obviously got a head start on this high school thing, but they'll expect to contribute for St. Mary's.
Nice job, nice tackle on the far side. Malchiori to the outside once again. And number 55 for the Knights with a nice tackle.
Mac Fenchak on the tackle for the Knights brings up 4th down, and a decision for the coaches whether they elect to punt or go for it on a 4th and long 3. So as I mentioned earlier, some of those Griffins from Holy Cross, Tyler Cady come back for a year 2, and
looks like 42,
Randy Levesque,
Marcus
Sebastian Sestero, and a few others that hope to contribute, like I said, for these Knights.
No, for sure, and what a great job so far by the defense of St. Mary's, and they did a great job up front and limiting the Colts on 3 downs. And it looks like it's going to be a fake punt, and it is. Number 34, and he's going to be close to first down yardage. Cachamilio
with the fake punt.
With the fake punt, they may have it here. Let's see.
He gets some good yardage.
Have to wait for the spot.
Tackled
Coach
by
Bonnie will have to be aware of those trick plays.
And referee Rob Grev has indicated it is a first down for the Colts. So sending a little message early that they're going to be here prepared for this game, and right off the bat they come up with a fake punt and just get the first down. Cachamilio with a great job getting to the outside, reaching for that first down, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Colts on their own 45-yard line.
So a little trick play to get things started. Keep it exciting. Fans here at Sergeant Fott Fieldhouse enjoying a beautiful day for football as the Colts take over on offense.
Nice job there.
Williamson with about 14, 15 yards. Great little run.
Number 31, Cam Williamson with a nice run.
By number 58 in the same
it's a gain of 15 yards and another Korah first down.
And as I said, they take over on downs, but they're actually continuing their drive after the first down. Marcus Spatafora, number 42, and Wesley Tate, 58, on the tackle for the Knights, but not after a gain of 15 yards. So it'll move the sticks and take it to the midfield, about 50-yard line of the St. Mary's Knights.
Melchiori with the carry, gets a couple of yards.
Melchiori carrying on first down, picks up a few. Stopped by 46, Sammy Perzizi.
And somebody's got to tell the Colts to next year maybe, just maybe get some brown numbers on those yellow jerseys, man. I'm having a hard time with these 48-year-old eyes there, Scott, trying to find out who's carrying the ball where, but give me a few minutes and I'll be able to tell just by what they're wearing for extra gear to see who's carrying the ball here. But man, oh man.
Sometimes it takes the pink shoes or the neon shoes to differentiate these defenders and these offensive players. So.
Yeah. I noticed Malchiori's got some tape on his arms there, so I'll be able to take a look for that. Yep. He's run the ball a couple times, does a nice job, and it was an illegal procedure on the Colts, so it will be 1st and 15. And Cachamilio, he hands it inside to Williamson. Williamson on a nice job on the counter. And he does a nice job making a couple guys miss, and it's going to be a big gain of 30 yards for Cam Williamson.
A little bit of misdirection. Cam Williamson goes about 25
Williamson
yards.
doing a nice job following the block at number 11, Gavin Grisdale. Grisdale engaged and allowed his back to get a few more yards on the end around. So
in on the tackle.
Nice gain on the play inside the 30.
Absolutely, and
28-yard line.
A great job by the Korah backfield there with a little bit of a misdirection. Little counter there to Williamson, and he just does a great job getting outside and let his blockers do their job. And nice gain on that play. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 28. Inside handoff to Cochimilio. AJ's on the outside, and no one's going to touch him. Touchdown, Korah Colts.
We do have a flag on the play.
Flag is thrown. We'll see where that's.
It looks like it's
looks deep in the end zone. So
yeah, it looks like it's going. Yeah, it's going to be an excessive celebration. It looks like for the Colts. They'll back them up on the kickoff. And I mean, a great start here for the Colts. They did have 1 4th down. They converted with the fake punt. Some nice running by all 3 parties, and it was Cochimilio getting into the end zone on another off-tackle play. And Scott, you look at the offensive line for the Colts. They've got some size, and it's one of Tommy Annett's staples. He came from the Dun and was coached by the great Kenny White, and something that they took a lot of pride in was their O-line play. And as the rumor has it, they would run the same play over and over and over and over and over again until they perfected it. And I think Tommy's kind of carried that with them. And certainly with this run game, you have to have great effort and great technique up front. And so far, with this junior team, I know Coach Bernbucci coaches the same way as well, as the whole program prides themselves on O-line play. And so far, so good.
And looking at them, I'd hate to pay their grocery bill because there's some big boys out there, and they're pretty nimble for the big size of the front line.
Yeah,
I was impressed there with number 4, the quarterback, Zane Murdoch, big tall kid, and haven't seen him at all before today, but looks like he's manning that offense well and distributing the ball nicely. Yeah,
I know. Zane is such a great athlete, and he's a great basketball player as well, and just a fantastic athlete, big and tall and athletic. So the future is bright at the quarterback position here for the Korah Colts, and we'll see what happens here with their extra point.
And, of course, a great feeder program you'll see later on tonight if you're sticking around. 7:30, the seniors play. A great matchup between the Colts and the St. Mary's Knights again in the senior loop, so expecting big things in that tilt.
Snap is good. The ball is down.
Right, kick is good after the.
And the kick is good.
What we assume is
34, AJ Cochimilio with the extra point. So
through the uprights.
The gamble on 4th down to go, fake the punt and carry it pays off with 7 points and a lead. 7:40 to go in the first quarter for the Colts over the St. Mary's Knights.
And if I'm Coach Bonifero, I'm not too pleased for the 7 points, but I mean it was hard earned. There were some nice defensive stops along the way, and this is a lot of these kids' first game out there, first time being on the field. A lot of grade 9s on defense. I think he said he had 4 grade 10 starters on defense, and so it's going to be trial by fire for them. And on the offensive side for Coach Bonifero, he mentioned that his front is young. It's going to be a learning process as the season goes on, and they just really want to improve every game until they get to the playoffs. And we'll see how they do here. He mentioned that they're very skilled in their skilled positions, and but this, Scott, if you don't have great O-line play, I don't care what level you're at, it will be tough sledding, even on both sides of the ball. You don't want to have your defense on the field all the time. So we'll see how this young O-line holds up against this Korah defense, and it'll be St. Mary's first drive here very shortly.
Too deep for the Knights to receive. I can't see the numbers, but we'll bring it to you as a play develops here.
A little short kick into the gap there. It's going to be recovered nicely by the Knight returner, and he's got some room on the sideline. Nice return.
Well, by number 25, Bo Primo.
Number 25.
25 yards,
25 yards.
In on the tackle.
And just a great job there.
Looks like the walls are closing in on Primo, but he's able to get through there somehow and turn it into a nice return.
7-yard line
down to the 47
Colts.
of the Korah Colts.
Yeah, very nice job on that return. Yeah. So they will start on Korah's side of the field, and we'll see what they have here on offense.
And of course, as I mentioned earlier, Alex Hayes, number 7, under center and taking the snaps for the Knights. Looks like an empty backfield.
little motion there, but nice job by the interior of that Korah Colt D-line.
He's met at the line by.
Didn't fool anybody.
Looks
Hunter
like
Jackson on the
Cohen
carry,
Manchelenko.
but short pickup, maybe a 1.
Sets up 2nd and 10 for the Knights.
They gave him no gain on the play, so it's 2nd and 10. Hunter Jackson on the carry. Nice stop by the Korah Colts. Was that a little confusion, or is that some misdirection in the backfield when they set up on that?
Yeah, no, that's just what they're looking for. They're looking I don't know, maybe they're trying to get some reads on the defense, see if how they move and see what kind of coverage they might be in or what they're trying to do. And we'll see if that continues. But little pitch out to number 30 for, it's going to be Cole Rivet for the Knights. Nice gain on the play. He's going to be close to first down yardage.
Of course, Cole Rivet had a big breakout season last year as a rookie, and he's going to be counted on to carry the ball and do a lot of things for these Knights.
No, absolutely.
They mark it short of the first down. That'll be 3rd and 1.
Wow, is this announcer ever loud? You got to tell Bambako there he's got to quiet it down there. It's hard to concentrate over here.
He's usually quiet when he's sleeping.
I don't know. You have to ask his wife. Yeah, right. I'm guessing maybe not. Little handoff here off tackle. He bounces it outside. He does have some room and a first down. It's number 30 for the Knights, Cole Rivet.
Gets about 7 yards.
Nice job.
First down for St. Mary's.
It's good enough for a Knights first down.
Number 2, Max.
Nice speed outside. Nice job for Selly to come up and limit the gain to about 15, 16 yards. But ball's at the 31, where the St. Mary's will take on a new set of down distance here. 1st and 10 from the 31.
Longtime referee Robbie Graff blows in the play, and we're going to be mentioning the referees as these next couple of games go on. And when you look at this group of guys, it is a veteran group of officials. And if there's any young bucks out there who want to maybe have some interest in refereeing, make sure you let the likes of Rob Graff and
little trickery by the Knights
and company know, because they definitely need more referees out
Charles
here.
McInnes with a couple of yards.
Number 74, Charles McInnes, looks like he turned in from a lineman into a running back. The ball was bounced and picked it. Crowd fell forward for 3 or 4 yards.
2nd and about 8.
It will,
2nd and 8.
It will be 2nd and 8 for the Knights. They do have a little size up front, a little light on the right side, but they have had some nice runs out there. And here's number 23 for the Knights, Hunter Jackson.
Hand off to Hunter Jackson. He gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He gets back to the line of scrimmage for the Knights. It'll be 3rd and 8
for the Korah Colts.
I think Hunter had a little seam inside there, and he's been able to see it inside and broke it out. And the Colt defender did a nice job to string it out and bring him down without much of a gain there. 3rd and 8 from the 29-yard line for the Knights.
Rolls out. Hayes rolls out. He's got some pressure. He just throws it away.
Nice
job and pressure by number 8, Aiden Wanch. And Coach Bonifero mentioned Aiden Wanch as somebody that they had to account for on the defensive end position for the Colts. And clearly a great athlete on that play, and certainly disruptive, and he's had to throw it away there. So it was a good job there, and it will be 4th down. We'll see what the Knights have in store here. Maybe a little fake punt of their own.
Nice job of Hayes to get rid of it. 3rd and 8, live to fight another day. Bring up a 4th and 8. It looks like they're going for it. Nobody in punt formation, so they're going to go for it on 4th.
Hayes now, he's back. Pass. It's going to be just out of the outstretched hands of the intended receiver there, number 33,
Diego Garcia.
Diego Garcia.
Out of his hands.
Nice ball delivered. If he'd
pass defended by number 20,
that route just out of his outstretched hands, but turnover on downs for the Korah Colts, so a nice stop for them. That's going to be a big moral boost for the yellow and brown Colts. Up 7-0 with 3:58 to go in the first quarter. Glad you could join us here on Saultsports.com, and hope you're enjoying the game if you're here at the field or listening to us on True House Radio. So got a great match up here today. 40-45 will start for the juniors, 7:30 for the seniors tonight. Come on out and watch some great football.
Murdoch now Hands it off. Great job by the defense. They're slowing him down, but it looks like Malchiori keeps his feet moving. And
Malchiori with a beautiful run, breaking numerous tackles.
he did.
St. Mary's looking like they're celebrating, so whether he was down by
looks like
contact
a fumble. Was there a fumble on the play? Did they recover it?
The ball eventually comes
St.
out.
Mary's says they do, but wait for the call from the official, judge and jury here. So a nice job to get some extra yards. Malchiori after first contact fell forward, but let's see if it came out before his knee was down.
It is St. Mary's football. Turnover on the play.
First down, St. Mary's.
Man, what a great effort there by Malchiori. It was going to be a loss of 3 yards. He broke that tackle and refused to go down there. And but a nice job by the Knights gang tackling him. And somebody forced it out, and another teammate recovered it. And it's going to be first down now for the Knights going the other way from the Korah Colt 40-yard line.
That's just what Coach Bonifero with the doctor ordered for get the back on the offense here for the Knights.
Hayes now in shotgun. He's got
Hunter Jackson in the backfield. They're going to take a timeout and call
A little bit of confusion.
reset and regroup
Quarterback
here.
Alex Hayes calls timeout.
We'll take this time to thank our corporate champions, Huron-Superior Catholic District School Board, Algoma District School Board, freeze frame photos by Bob Davies, Northern Sports Excellence, Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie, Team Essentials, and True House Sports Radio.
All right, and a great shout out while we're here. Bob Davies doing some great work at all local sporting events, supporting high school sports and local sports here in Sault Ste. Marie. And I've been fortunate enough to deal with him for some action shots for the kids, and has a great product. And be sure to contact Bob if you would like to purchase any of those, as he puts in lots of time and effort to push this high school and local sports here.
Absolutely, and he does every sport, every level. He's very much appreciated by those in the sports community here in Sault Ste. Marie, and Bob's been doing it a long time and does a great job. So like Scott said, reach out to him for any of these great action shots here today. And what a beautiful day for football. Korah's going to have it back again. It's first down after their timeout. They're going to spread it out here and have 4 receivers to the right side. And it's going to just be a quarterback's keeper. It's going to be a sweep to the outside, and just a nice job there by the defense by Aiden Wanch. And if you're going to run Scott to the outside on Wanch's side, you're going to have to double team him and wipe him out. I mean, I take my chances with everybody else, but big number 8 on the left-hand side, he's going to be double teamed if I have any say in that. And he just comes up and is disruptive and little gain on the play.
Double team is a great idea. Also running away from Wanch is probably plan B for Coach Bonifero, as like I said, we've called Wanch's name already a couple times, and he's going to be an impact in this game. So. And
then there's the flip side. Maybe you want to run at him, tire him out for later on in the drive, and maybe he won't be there for when you want to pass it. So.
Yeah. The beauty of these two programs is there's so many players on the sidelines. A lot of times smaller teams have to go 2 ways or even play all 3 facets, including special teams, so they do wear down. Wanch might only have to play defense today, so he might be fresh, and might be tough to wear him down, but they're going to throw everything at him, and let's see how he rises up to the occasion here. A big shout out to Landon Sorenzia, number 63, the big center, doing a nice job snapping to Hayes and helping
up 5 yards.
quarterback this offense here. So
it's penalty on the Knights. It's going to back them up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15.
Ball on the 45 of the Korah Colts. So still in Colts territory, but St. Mary's looking to find some answers here and get some rhythm.
A little difference there in between 3rd and 4th, 4-down football and 3-down football. You might just decline that penalty because they had no gain on the play. But 4-down football, it's nice to drive them back and make them earn the 15. And nice job here. The outside, number 11 looks like.
Hayes elects to run.
Cameron Contalinen.
Oh, I guess it was Hayes. Just kept it himself. I couldn't tell on the far side there, but
tackled by number.
Was that Hayes? I thought I saw 11. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I saw that too. But Hayes, the announcer, said it was Hayes and kept it himself.
Cameron Contalainen in on the run.
Oh, there we go. So I gotta stop. I gotta stop trusting the football announcer and go with my gut. It was number 11.
He ran for about 23
Cameron
yards.
Contalainen with a beautiful run there on the play, and Contalainen did a nice job getting it to the outside and used his speed to gain a first. And
little beating up on the play. He's taking a knee on the sideline, so hopefully number 11 is as well. And we'll be back in a couple of plays, but got a injury timeout right now for the Knights. So, but nice job, some great speed outside, like you said. And there's a few of those weapons we talked about. Contalainen, first time we called his name today, but Amari Valenti Boateng, another one that we'll be hearing his name in the first half here before too long. But some great weapons for the St. Mary's Knights team, matching powerful offense for the Korah Colts too.
Yeah, just looking at these two and how they're matched up so far, I mean, it's been a close game, and some great defensive plays on both ends and some nice offensive plays as well. So far they look pretty evenly matched early, and we'll see if either of those two teams can stay consistent and keep those points coming. It's going to be an I formation here for the Knights, and
flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play. Nice tackle there,
45, Ren Levesque with the carry.
But Levesque with a nice carry for a couple tough yards.
Colin Manchelenko with the tackle, but we do
Colin
have a flag on the play.
Manchelenko with the tackle for the Colts. Gain of a couple yards. There is a penalty marker down. We'll see what it is.
Manchelenko last week with 4 tackles, so he's going to be called upon. And
so they lined up. They lined up offside again. I don't know if it must be a formation thing here. I don't know if.
Maybe when some of these rookies not clear on where they're supposed to be, but some of them playing just their second game. Work the bugs out, and hopefully we'll settle in and find their groove here.
I love the mic.
Back St. Mary's up 5 more yards.
Rob Grabb's got the mic on for the referee for the announcement, and you can hear Aiden Wanch is looking at the sidelines, and whatever the coach is telling him to do, he's just making sure that they know, hey, I got you. I made the call, and there's another beautiful play on the defense there. It looks like number 23 on the far side. Hunter Jackson. Sorry.
Hunter Jackson on the carry, but 23 on the other side. Manchelenko again with the tackle. Nice job getting to the backfield and bringing down
third and about
Hunter Jackson. So 3rd and 13 to coming up.
Sorry, 18.
It wasn't Jackson. Jackson did know. He did a great job trying to fight off that tackle, but Manchelenko was not letting him go anywhere. And so far, this defense from the Colts, their outside pressure has been the difference here on their stops. And it's going to be a 3rd down. It's going to be a quick screen type action pass to the outside, and it's complete to number 19.
Hayes' pass to Valenti Boateng.
Amari Valenti Boateng, and nice gain on the play. It's going to set them up nicely here for 4th down. It's going to give them 4th and manageable here for the Knights. So we'll see what Coach Bonifero decides to do. It looks like he might have the kicking team out here for the field goal attempt. And
not sure who does the kicking duties for the junior program and the Knights, but it looks like about a 35-yarder maybe
for the Knights
if they go for the field goal. Doesn't look like that formation. Looks like they got the power.
Looks like they're going to punt it.
Are they punting? Number 12, Micah Cugletta back to punt. Oh, he is in a punt formation.
Yeah, they got to be faking this. No?
Maybe hoping for a point. Can't get out of the Rouge.
And there it is.
Through the back of the end zone, so they'll score some points and get on the board.
Nice punt.
For the Knights.
Very nice punt.
Beautiful punt by Cuglietta. So out of the back of the end zone, Melchior unable to return it.
Marcus Spadafora with a nice punt.
My bad. Marcus Spadafora doing the kicking duties, number 42, not number 12. My apologies again. I got to try.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah. These numbers are not very big that far away, and it is tough at times to tell. But as these games move forward, it's much easier to identify these players. So bear with us, folks. It's game number 1. And, I mean, again, another, they got another 1st down, allowed them after that turnover, a fumble recovery, allowed them to get this single point. And we do have a beautiful day today, so extra point shouldn't be an issue. But man, it is junior football, and you never know when that 1 point is going to make a difference. So nice job by Coach Bonifero. He's got a great punter back there. Why not get that point, get something positive out of this drive? You go for it on fourth, you don't get it. It's kind of deflating. You got that turnover for nothing. So I like Coach Bonifero's decision there to get the single point.
Absolutely. So 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Your Colts are up 7-1, taking it from their 35.
Counter action there to Malchiori. Malchiori again to the right side, gain of 4 or 5 yards in the play. It's going to be second down for the Colts.
And again, Malchiori's nice speed to get to the outside, and he's knows how he's got a nose for a hole, and he goes back, cuts back nicely, like his dad used to do back in the bowling days.
Man, oh man,
still have nightmares about that guy.
I played football with Sweet Lou for the Sioux Storm back in the day, and when it comes to running backs in this city, we talk about the best running backs to ever play in this community. You got to think of Louis Malchiori in the 90s, and certainly Josh Gauthier in the 2000s. And Louis, like Ross Viotto would say, cuts on a dime and leaves 5 cents change. He definitely was an amazing athlete. Went to
he's run down by Brian Sonic.
Fair State to play football there in the States, and his son certainly the apple that falls from the tree there. He's looks like a fantastic football player and has the same agility as the old man.
And Brian Sonic on the tackle on that last play. And of course, speaking of all the legends that are growing up and becoming great football names here in the Sioux, we've got a lot of current players in the CFL and off to colleges and universities. We wish them well this year. We'll talk about a few of them later in the broadcast, but Sault Ste. Marie obviously putting themselves on the mark with some great football, some coaching, and some players that have brought some great attention to our city, and including the Sabercats this year, who won the Ontario Championships in the senior loop. So congratulations to them, and congratulations to all the people involved with Sault Ste. Marie football.
3rd and 11.
Murdoch now back under center. He's going to hand it off to Cuglietta, on the far side. No, Cochamilio, my bad. Number 34, he had the long touchdown earlier, and another nice big gain of close to 20 yards for A.J. Cochamilio.
And I think that was Dallas Durazio on the tackle for the St. Mary's Knights after a nice run by Cochamilio.
Both Dallas and AJ also very good basketball players. I had the pleasure to coach Dallas over the summer there.
He's eventually brought down
with the Elite 8 Basketball Academy,
and
just a great job. Very eyes wide open type of a player, and I'm sure he's the same in football as well. He's just a sponge. He wants to learn everything.
7-1 for Korah.
Just a really nice athlete as well. So it's nice that these boys are excelling in multiple sports.
From their own 51-yard line.
And that brings us to the end of the first quarter, so we'll flip the table here, and we'll have the Colts taking over at their 51, so just around midfield, hoping to build on this lead of 7-1 with 11:58 and counting here in the second quarter. Number 80, Braden Lemaire, wide out here on the Colts sideline, hoping to get involved in this offense. Coach Miller in the backfield with Malchiori, of course. Zane Murdoch at the wheel. Looking like a little delay, waiting for the referees to blow this one in. So,
yeah, just a lot of skill out here on this field. I know Gavin Grisdale talking about basketball players. This young man is one of the better basketball players in the province for his age group, and he's there with the pink cleats, and just a phenomenal athlete himself. So this Korah Colts offense is loaded with athletes and weapons. And
from the St. Mary's 51.
If you're wearing pink cleats, you got to have the game to back it up, right? So
absolutely, and he certainly does have that. There's another counter there to number 31 for the Colts.
Cam Williamson.
And another nice job. He's gained about 6 yards on the play. Second down for the Colts.
Again, Cam Williamson did a great job on the run. And, of course, if you focus on Melchiori, you forget about Cochamilio. You focus on Cochamilio, you forget that they have Cam Williamson in the third of the role to run the inside trap there. And a nice job on misdirection or inside handoff. And gained a nice 5-6 yards on that one, bringing up 2nd and 5, it looks like, from the 51.
I remember playing teams in the States with this offense, and man, it was half the challenge just trying to locate the football, right? And then now you got to come up and make the play. And the St. Mary's Knights certainly did that on that play. And they stuffed Cochamilio at the line of scrimmage.
94.
Number 94, Heath Desjardins with the tackle for the Knights. So a great job there.
Good for about a yard.
Going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Colts.
And of course, it's not easy to track the misdirection in the backfield and spotting who's the ball carrier, as my wife can attest. As a new football mom, she's always struggling to find those guys because they are so good at hiding the ball and the quarterback's rolling out and showing different play action. So
here he is again. So it's Zane under center. It's going to be an off-tackle handoff to Melchiori. Got the ball in the left hand, switches to his right hand, and he's going to make a cutback. And just a nice job overall by Melchiori. 45-yard gain on the play. Just great downfield blocking as well. And
25.
Melchiori is certainly letting the crowd know that he's jacked up about the play.
Bo Primo in on the tackle. What should have ended with about a 30-yard carry ended up returning to the 45 after he cut it back.
Yeah,
aim it for the sidelines, and Melchiori did a nice job to cut back in and crisscross some ankles there, and picked up about 45, brings up 1st and 10, 1st and goal about the 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we'd like to acknowledge some great summer football.
These guys are fun to watch.
We'd like to congratulate junior varsity.
And like you say, there's so many of the multi-sport athletes.
If you have your kids out there,
go from hockey to football to basketball to volleyball without skipping a beat and excelling in all.
Some terrific football. But we'd also like to acknowledge the undefeated season and your Ontario champions.
We don't need to turn up his mic, but Phil Bambaco praising the SaberCats, as I mentioned earlier, who won the All-Ontario Championship in Windsor with a 9-0 season.
We'd like to congratulate them once again.
Listening.
Pay attention to social media. They'll be having some recruiting information out soon.
And again, of course, he's talking about the SaberCats football program in the summer. And our junior and senior SaberCats both having exceptional seasons this year. The senior Cats winning the Ontario Championship in Windsor back in August. So, again, another great option for these high school kids to spend their summers playing football. Like mom and dad don't have enough driving to and from the field, but kids love it. And obviously, we're making a mark.
Looked like a quarterback sneak.
Nate Murdoch calls his own number.
It was a quarterback sneak for the Colts, and it's another touchdown for the Yellow, and they are now going to be up 13-1, and we'll see what happens here on the extra point. But just a nice job on the offense as a whole. Great job with the run game. Good job up front by the offensive line, creating holes. Wide receivers making blocks on the outside, and the Colts do love to keep it on the ground. And when you're dealing with the Northern Ontario weather in late October, early November, sometimes passing can be difficult. So, and they definitely have the horses up front. So they do a great job with their run game, and the extra point is good.
No relation to Brad.
And we mentioned earlier the name Josh Goche, and to see Peyton Melchiori wearing the same number that Josh wore for the Steelers all those years. I'm not sure if that's coincidence or not, or that his name is Peyton. I'm not sure if that's coincidence or not either. Whether he's named after the great Walter Payton, I'm not sure, but he certainly has the running back position on lockdown, and just a great job so far here in the first half for Peyton Melchiori.
I can confirm with you that after speaking with Lou Melchiori that he was named after Sweetness.
Look at that.
The old Chicago Bear running back.
Yeah, well, and they call him Sweet Lou, so it's, yeah, here we go.
And back, if we can go back that far in the time machine, I remember playing in Wadding in the red and gold, and he indeed wore 29, did Lou Melchiori as well.
Look at that. There we go.
Carrying on a great the legacy of Melchiori backs here.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah. That looks like the C's parted for number 4, Zane Murdoch, there on that draw. You can just, or that quarterback
sneak.
He just was able to walk in there pretty untouched. So I don't know if the St. Mary's defensive line got caught napping, but nice easy score, making it 14-1 for the Colts.
Yeah, it's tough at this level, or really any level, to stop a quarterback sneak when you only need less than a yard. You have the silent count where the quarterback just puts some pressure on the rear end of the center, and he snaps the ball. The two of them really are the only ones who know when the ball is going to be snapped, and it's really tough to stop a 1-yard run by a quarterback on a quarterback sneak at this level. And here comes the return. Nice return the first time for the St. Mary's, but now what a nice job there
kick
by the Colts.
Good 15-yard run back.
Coverage defender. Looks like 21.
Alexander Orzetti, number 26.
26. Alexander Orzetti. No, or is that the other team?
Alexander Orzetti, 26 is the call from Bumbaco, but we'll confirm that for you. But nice little return, 10-15 yards, bringing it out to
Parker
the
French in on the tackle.
30-yard line, 30 and a half.
Yeah, Parker French with a nice tackle on special teams there, and this is a game of 3 phases, and he did a great job, did Parker, making that open field tackle. And the Knights will now have it, and they're going to look for some more positive yardage and hopefully end this drive with a touchdown and see what they have in store here. It's going to be Hayes in the shotgun. He's going to let it go to the outside. It's going to be a little bit short and intercepted by number 20, Turner Dickinson. And he's got some room on the outside. Tackled by the quarterback, Hayes, but not before. A nice return down to the 12-yard line.
Pass intended for number 19, Valente Boateng.
Pass intended for Boateng. St. Mary's trying to get it all back with one long deep pass. Ball a little underthrown, and number 20, Dickinson, was able to pick it off and take it back all the way inside the 20 to about the 12-yard line. So
yeah, Dickinson definitely in the right place at the right time, and the ball was underthrown, and he made no mistake. Usually the guys on the defensive side, they're Scott, because they can't catch the football, but no problem there for Mr. Dickinson. And Dickinson did a great job catching that, and then getting those return yards, and sets up the offense very nicely as Murdoch will now have it on the 11-yard line with Kochmilio and Malchiori in the backfield. Split formation, just going to be an off tackle. Malchiori bobbled the handoff a little bit, but nice little gain of about 4 or 5 yards. It'll be second down for the Colts.
Gets a couple
of
course,
these Colts in the famous familiar position, rather, with the red zone, so they're looking to score again down to about the 7. Brings up 2nd and 5 from indeed about the 8-yard line. So looking to score again and stretch their lead from 14-1. St. Mary's hoping to have something to say about that. $8:20 to play in the second. No reason for the St. Mary's Knights to panic, but next time they get the ball, they'll have to establish their running game and then look to the air sometime to maybe close the gap.
After a little bit of confusion,
timeout against Korah. Maybe a personnel thing, or maybe they wanted to call a new play, so they'll reset and get a second swing at this one. 8:07 to go in the second quarter. You got your Korah Colts on top of the St. Mary's College Knights. If you can, come on down here to the Fott Fieldhouse at Superior Heights to see some great local football. 4:45 started the juniors. We're about halfway through that one, and we're looking forward to a great tilt in the evening matchup with the same Korah Colts versus St. Mary's Knights. Repeat of the final from last year's city final. So
yeah, I know there's a lot of people who can't wait to see that game tonight, myself included, and I know you're excited to see it as well, Scott, as your son will be playing in the game. And it is just it is going to be what it looks like the battle of the two best teams so far in the senior loop, and we'll certainly be talking about it after, but again, it's the core run game versus the passing of the St. Mary's Knights, and we'll get into that a little bit later. And Right now we got Zane Murdoch under center again for the Colts, and he's going to roll out to his left. He's got Grisdale. He's got a touchdown. Nice pass from Zane Murdoch to Kevin Grisdale, and the Colts are on the board again. It's going to be 20-1.
What a beautiful job, too. Of course, everybody draws up X and O's, and that was executed perfectly. Nice naked rollout, throwing off his back shoulder, but able to float one nicely to Grisdale, and a perfect pass. Easy for Grisdale to pull it in for the extra 6, and that brings us to 20-1. Cochimillo in for the extra point.
Yeah, and Murdoch did a really nice job as well. I mean, when you're rolling out to your left, you have to do a really good job of opening up your shoulders and attacking the line of scrimmage before making that play. And he did do a good job of doing that, and very accurate pass. And Grisdale's not going to make the mistake that wide open. And the extra point by Cochimillo is good, and the score now is 21-1 for the Colts.
And you saw that on the rollout, Zane Murdoch probably able to run it in if he wanted to, but deciding with a wide open receiver to spread the ball around and made a perfect pass. Easy 6, and now the St. Mary's Knights are a little uphill climb here, but by no means is this over. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, so they got more than a half of football to play. What do you expect to see here in this offensive drive from Coach Bono?
Well, I mean, I think he's got to continue what they were doing with some of their big plays. I mean, they did have some success running outside when they did contain the end. So, I mean, they can certainly go back to that. They can go off tackle inside of those guys and double team at the point of attack. They've had some positive yardage, and they've had some positive plays, and they had that nice little screen play to number 19 earlier in the game, and maybe they go back to that. But it is a long game. There's certainly lots of time left for the Knights and this young team, but you certainly, going into the half, you want to get something positive, so hopefully they can get a few first downs, and if not, turn it into some points. We certainly don't want to give the Colts too much time left when they get the ball here. Their offense has been clicking quite nicely, and a nice kick there again by the Colts can be returned.
26 on return, Alexander Orzetti.
Orzetti with a nice job. He's pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 11, 12 yards.
Around the 40-yard line.
So the Knights will start 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
Eventually run out of bounds by number 80, Braden Lemaire.
Brady Lemaire with the tackle, pushing him out of bounds. And before St. Mary's takes over here, we'd like to mention that Wendy's of Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials have teamed up with the Saultsports.com to honor this high school's top athlete of the game when Sault Sports TV streams and True House Sports Radio broadcast the regular and postseason games. Each game, Sault Sports TV announcers will select a player from each one of the teams, where they will be awarded a Wendy's $10 gift card and a Team Essentials tee for athlete of the game.
Yeah, so far a few guys on each team could be considered, and now here's Hayes. There's that screen I was talking about earlier, Coach, and it works again nicely. What a great job on the outside.
Hayes to Valenti Boateng. He dodges a couple
Boateng is just a great
at least
athlete.
15 yards and first down yardage.
Nice gain of 15 yards and a Knight's first down.
Great pass catcher, great hands, and catching a few extra yards after the catch. I think he was one block short of making a real big gainer on that one. But again, nice positive yards. 1st and 10 from their own 50s. So moving the sticks. I think Bonnefer will be happy with that. Marching, getting some positive yards here.
Yeah, I mean, they are. They're in a almost a cover 4 formation on the defensive side there, with the 2 safeties in the box. So
Jackson with the ball drops the shoulder, gets 4 or 5 good hard yards.
So there is an opportunity to run that guy through and run somebody underneath. So we'll see what Coach Bonneferro decides to do against this defense moving forward. And nice gain there of 2 yards. Dickinson with the tackle for the Colts.
And again, this is why it's a collision sport. Hunter Jackson coming up, and you can hear up in the booth here, turn to Dickinson stepping up and making a big pop. And that's what we love about the game. You can smell it, you can hear it, you can feel it, and these junior athletes are not disappointing. It's a big stick, and Dickinson sure felt that one, and made Jackson earn those 4 yards. So 2nd and 6 here.
Hayes under center. Nice cut back there by number 23. He is a load to take down. Another nice gain by
Jackson
number
bull rushes his
23,
way to a
Jackson.
first down and then
So
some.
Hunter Jackson making guys pay along the way, and it's going to be another nice
57
first down.
Gabe
So
Phillips
exactly how
eventually
Coach
with the tackle.
Bonifero wanted to start this drive, and Colts are going to have to come up with some answers because that's a
About
couple
9-yard
tough runs there by
gain
Jackson.
for
So
Hunter.
Nice job by Jackson,
Set the
and
first and 10 St.
nice
Mary's
job by
from
28
the Korah
Jackson Kinnunen of the Colts to step up. But
47.
fans licking their chops here out of these big pops being hit, delivered. Jackson with another big contact. So well done by Kinnunen to bring him down. First again.
spread formation, handed off to the first man through the line, and again it's going to be Jackson again for another huge gain, and it's a gain of another
James
12
Didier.
yards. Sorry, that was number 20,
With another good hard run.
number 29 for the Knights.
Jaheim Perot Didier on the carry. First time we called his name and first time
8
he's
to
touched the ball, but
with the tackle
nice gain on that one.
for
At least,
Korah.
at least a first down, so 11 yards at the 35. And again,
Perot
that speaks to
Didier
the
gets
depth
down
at
to
these
the 35-yard
positions.
line. First down,
Korah
St.
showing
Mary's.
three and four ball carriers that are ably doing the job, moving the rock, and same with the St. Mary's Knights.
No, great job for sure. Another nice run here. He's got some room. He's got the outside. Can he get in the end zone?
Cole
Nice
Reve.
touchdown, saving tackle. Cole Reve,
With
the
about a
ball
30-yard
carrier.
run, gets down
He
to
gains
about
30
the
yards
5-yard
down
line.
to the
He's brought
Korah
down
Colts
by
2-yard
Dickinson.
line. Turner Dickinson
set
with
up
a
first and
touchdown
goal
saving
for the
tackle
Knights.
for the Colts, but not before a huge gain by the Knights. And now they're knocking on the door to put some points on the board. And Scott, we talked about them having some success on their screen, their little hitch pass screen on the outside. They ran
marked it
that.
at the 4,
They did
so
have some success early getting the ball to the
First and
outside.
goal from the 4-yard
They've
line of
done
Korah.
that and then mixed in a couple inside
Korah's
runs.
called
So
a timeout.
the Colts have, the Knights have done a great job on this drive, keeping the Colts guessing, and hopefully they're going to be rewarded here with 7 points.
And of course, you'll have to make adjustments in the game, both on offense and defense. So hopefully, Korah Colts will be looking to shore up those screens and those little hitch passes. But Reve did a nice job accelerating out of that play, and like I said, almost took it to the house there without stop by Dickinson on the 4, who had been in for 6. So hopefully, St. Mary's will march, or they're hoping to march in and close the gap here. 21-1. Like I said, lots of games still left. 4:29 to go in the half, but they're going to need to capitalize and strike quickly here. Do we have a timeout here on the field, or?
Yeah, they get a timeout on the play, and both coaches are in the huddle there speaking to their group, and we'll see what Coach Bonifero has in mind here for the first down play.
Now, do you go to the air expecting that the Korah defense is going to be expecting rush, or do you stay on the ground and just pound?
Yeah, I'm going to stay on the ground for the first couple for sure. I mean, he has done a nice job getting it to the outside, but he did have one that was short earlier, so we'll see what they decide. But with the success they've had on the ground this drive, I think I'm going to keep it on there for the first couple anyways. Maybe a little bootleg on third if I have to, but I'm going to give it to big number 23 and let him power his way into the end zone, and he was
Jackson
stuffed there just shy of the first down.
gets a
Nice
couple
job
of
by the
yards
interior
before
line.
stop.
Number 23 for the Colts
Cohen
was first there.
Manchelenko
That was Cohen Manchelenko.
with the
And,
stop for Korah. Gain of maybe a yard or two.
Manulenko with a great job with his teammates. So they got stuffed on the first one. We'll see what they do on the second, and I'm sure.
Oh, not a very good spot. They only gave him credit for 1 yard
Yeah,
on the play.
yeah,
Second,
I thought he got more than that.
Second and goal from the 3, but thought he'd make a couple extra, but they fell into a swarm of yellow, and now they got second and goal. Waving it without a flag.
Another
so
timeout
St.
there by
Mary's
Coach
called timeout.
Bonifero.
So coach won't be happy about that, but with these junior guys, they're learning new systems. They're only 2 weeks into the season, and maybe
Just
a
remind
little
the concessions
confusion
are open
there.
down below.
Hayes talking to Con Lane and trying to direct traffic, but unable to get it off before Bonavero had to call the timeout. So
And like we mentioned before, it is a lot of these kids' first game at the high school level. You are going to have some mistakes as far as lining up, etc. And you don't want to get it wrong when you're this close to the end zone. So Coach Bonfair with a great job calling a timeout there. And he'll tell his young group here what he has in store. He'll probably let them know the next 2 plays. He might have them maybe just go right up to the line of scrimmage right after the first one. We'll see. But definitely getting his guys ready for the next play, and we'll see what they have in mind. The Colts certainly don't want anything to come inside, so they got that plugged. You might see a nice outside run to the right side, which looks like still thin. I would definitely double team number 8, Aiden Wanch. Take my chances with the halfback, but we'll see what happens here. And it is a roll-off for Hayes. Hayes has got the edge, but a nice job standing him up.
Quarterback keeper Hayes gets to about the one before he's knocked out of bounds.
Number 37 with a beautiful job.
And again, I don't know if that was broken because Hayes is out there all by himself.
Looks like 37, Ryder Strachan.
No routes in the end zone for receivers to catch that ball, unless that was by design to be out there naked roll out. But brought it all the way to the 2, but that's a hard way to gain a yard for Alex Hayes. But
so it's a
bring it up 4.
1 yard. It's going to be
bring it up 3rd down.
2.
Two more tries. This is 2-down football.
It's definitely 2-down football, and
looks like they're going to make it in here. Waiting for the signal.
Touchdown. Nice.
St. Mary's, nice.
Touchdown, St. Mary's. Jackson eventually pulls his way in.
Hunter Jackson with a nice run inside, and the Colts definitely made him earn it, but a beautiful job there up front by that young offensive line for the Knights, and Hunter Jackson's not going to be denied over and over from there. And now it's a great confidence booster there for the Knights. Hopefully for them, they can keep it a 2-score game, and with this offense of the Colts being very explosive, certainly 2:52 left to go in the half is plenty of time. So we'll see what we have in store here for the rest of the first half. Snap is good. It's down. It's up. And the extra point is good by Boateng.
I think Boateng is a soccer player, if I'm not mistaken, so that's an easy chip drop for him. And nice march, and Coach Bonifaro is going to be happy taking that into the halftime. Again, we got still 3 minutes left to go, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Got some great action here, but
7:30 also.
2:52 to go, 21-8, and a great game. Colts up by 13 points, nearing the end of the first half. And you talked about earlier the nerves and the jitters and opening day and first couple weeks of the season, working things out and finding groove and finding some rhythm. We're also forgetting to mention the intangibles there, Coach, where these guys are playing all summer. They've been playing in front of grandmas and moms and dads and friends. Here they are playing in front of a great crowd, probably 200-300 people here at least. Expecting many more for the senior game, but this is showtime and prime time. Big city Thursday night lights here. So
no, for sure,
These kids are, some of them in grade 9, just loving this high school experience and a little overwhelmed to see some of them taking the field with eyes wide open, and it's great to see. Smiling.
Yeah, no,
nothing. Life.
Yeah, nothing beats football. It's such a great sport for so many reasons. All the life lessons you learn throughout the game, the friendships, the bonds, the experiences, and football is an experience, and these young men are going to certainly benefit from the great programs that they're in. And what a kick!
That might take them all the way to the NFL. That was a major league kick. 31 back to receive it. Looks like get a little room closing in now.
Absolutely beautiful kick.
Tackled by Rennie Levesque, number
by
45.
He gets back to about the 19.
St. Paul's graduate. And great boots.
Great job on the kickoff there, and nice return once he did get the ball, and good special teams tackle, and now it's going to be Levesque making that tackle, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Colts. And
is that kick wind assisted, or is that just a big leg?
No, I think that's just a huge leg. Yeah.
Did you see who was doing the kicking duties? There?
No, I didn't see. So unfortunately,
wow, we'll have to watch for that guy. He's going to the show.
That great kick isn't going to get credit right now, but we're certainly going to give him credit for it later. That was huge.
That was a big leg.
We've had some great kickers here come out of the Sioux. We've had them play in the CFL and at the university level. So certainly, with all the soccer players we have in Sault Ste. Marie, we certainly have some great kickers. And I got a funny kicker story that I'll share with you a little bit later. Murdoch with the handoff inside, stuffed right off the bat by the interior of that St. Mary's line, led by a big number 94 for the Knights.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Heath Desjardins.
94, Heath
Coach,
Desjardins.
you mentioned the kickers, and they'd be a little upset with you if you forgot to mention a few of them. So give me a few names here. Drop some.
Oh man, see now you're testing my 48-year-old brain. Now we had not that long ago.
Steve McLeod just sent me a text. I'll tell you, there's a legend in his own mind. So.
No, Steve McLeod for sure. We had the kid from St. Mary's who played in the CFL, got drafted and played there for a brief period of time. Carlo Carchidi was a fantastic kicker for the Basils back in the day. Definitely, Steve was a fantastic kicker in his day as well. So.
Murdoch calls his own number.
We've had some great kickers in this city, and
Wesley Tate with the tackle for St. Mary's sets up.
And I'll see your kickers, and I'll raise you a kicker. I'm going to go way back to Donnie May of the old Sioux Steelers days.
Yes, absolutely.
I was a big fan of Donnie's when I would go see the Steelers play at the Rocky DiPietro field before it was Rocky DiPietro, and watching the purple and gold Steelers way back in the 70s. So big shout out to Chris May and his family, and
100%.
Her dad, who was a player.
Handoff now. Malchiori's got it, and he's going to get tackled there nicely by the Knights defense.
Malchiori.
First guy to make the tackle, number 76 for the Knights.
Ian Stubbington
Dominic
with the tackle.
Cavalier.
Dominic Cavalier, of course.
First and 10 Korah from their own 32.
I believe a dad, Carmen, so some great athletes in that family, so nice job by Dominic to come up and make the stop there. Oh, there's that inside trap again.
Yeah, inside counter trap there by number 31. Beautiful run there.
Williamson gets it outside. Gets knocked out of bounds around the 51, 52-yard line.
Not a big back at 31,
good
but
for about 20 yards.
Certainly he's got some wheels. Got to the corner, made it out to about midfield.
Everett Barker with
time running out.
139
and a half, but Korah still able to march, hoping to score maybe one more time.
Oh, yeah, plenty of time. 139 and Canadian football is forever, and if you're not sure how long these games can be, just ask the wives because their husbands will say, honey, it's just 5 more minutes left to go, and that 5 minutes can sometimes take a half an hour or so. Nice job there by the defense. Murdoch having some problems there.
Go upstairs and watch a whole Hallmark movie, right?
Yeah. Or Vanderpump Rules or 48 Hours, whatever it is they like to watch. My wife watches so many shows on people committing heinous crimes. I'm starting to wonder.
Sleep with one eye open, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Hand off to Malchiori. He gets almost to midfield.
Again, a couple plays ago, we mentioned Emmerich Barker, number 59. So well done, Emmerich. Loving his football. And
Wesley
Colts had the ball at the 55 at the midfield mark with 1:19 to go.
Good for 5 yards.
Yeah, this is a very well-oiled machine here. Coach Bernabucci Assembly certainly has his guys running well, and the line is coming off the ball hard, and everybody's on the right count. But on the other side of the football is St. Mary's nice defense, and there it is again. Beautiful job by 76. Wow.
Hand off to Koch Emilio.
Started with
Cavalier again.
Cavalier with the stop, and with the help is Bo Jeffrey Primo.
76.
So great
Dominic
stop.
Cavalier.
So they've
at an important time.
Yeah, they certainly noticed something there. Have the Knights, and they're certainly shooting gaps in getting to places before the Colts defender can block them, and they've driven them back here. And again, this is a very high-powered Korah offense, so Coach Bonifero and that defensive staff have to be extremely pleased on how they've responded.
And after a slow start, making those adjustments in game, right there, talking on the sidelines, and checking with their linemen, see what's going on, what they're facing, and they made some great adjustments. So, punt coming up. Nice kick.
Another nice kick there. He's got to be careful with this here. Oh, it's going to get a no yards penalty for sure. Yep, there it is. You can't return that one. And so that'll be 15 yards. So now, Coach, we've got now 51.5 seconds left to go in the first half. The Knights are going to get 15 extra yards here, so they're going to have the ball on the Korah side of the football field. And the way they ran the ball during that last drive, it's not hard to believe that they could be going into the half down less than a score. So here's a big opportunity here for the Knights. So great job by the Knights defense turning the ball back over to the offense, and let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
And again, the only thing that might bite them is the 2 timeouts that they had to call during the last series, so they only have 1 left. And of course, 51.5 seconds is a lifetime. At St. Mary's offense will have to get back up on the line if they manage to stay in bounds and not get a first down. But we'll see what they have in store.
Oh, there's that screen again, a quick hitch pass, but nice job there on the outside. Coming up to make the plays, number 2 on the far side was the first guy, Max Fuselli.
Pass was intended for Boateng, and again on that play, Korah making adjustments. I think Boateng is 1 block away from busting that for a big one, but little breakdown there, but you can imagine they're going back to that in the second half, and 44 seconds left, 2nd and 6 coming up from the 50-yard line, so inside Korah Colts territory.
Ball is
Wide
up.
open.
He's got a player, and it's caught! Oh, what a touchdown-saving tackle.
Complete pass.
But it's Hayes to the outside.
Diego Garcia hauls it in.
Diego
40
Garcia.
yards downfield, first down, St.
Turner
Mary's.
Dickinson, and Turner or Dickinson had him blanketed. That was a great coverage on the play, but slipped through to Diego Garcia and able to.
Wow, was that Brock Purdy to Brandon Ayuk, or was that Hayes? That was an unbelievable pass and catch there on the outside.
Certainly Purdy, if nothing else.
Certainly Purdy for sure. So Hayes now has it 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself to the outside, but it's the wrong side of the field.
Hayes looking to pass.
Because Aiden Wunsch is on the far side, and a beautiful job making the play there.
That's up 2nd.
I am not doing anything on offense without having number 8 accounted for, and he made them pay again, so a loss on that one, and they're going to have 3 more plays to go here for sure.
Ball's on the 7, so nope, sorry, the 11.
And Coach Bonifero might elect
better hurry
after this play to spike it and take the field goal. There it is. There's that little hitch pass. And the ball is out of bounds after the catch was made. There is a penalty marker down.
But there is a flag on the play around the 5-yard line.
And it's probably going to be against the offense here. We'll see what it is.
Flag was away from the reception, so went towards the middle of the field near the
unless it was lined up, unless the Colts were lined up offside, it is going to be holding against the offense. And that's unfortunate because that's going to bring them back another 10 yards. And now Coach Bonifero has to be thinking field goal here. You're only down by 10 points. So if I'm coach and I have a field goal team that's ready to go, I'm certainly contemplating kicking it here. But you do have an opportunity to take a couple chances through the air if you've got that confidence in your quarterback. Hayes has made some nice passes to the outside. We'll see if what coach decides to do here.
It'll back them up
2nd and
10
7
yards.
from the 21. Now they do have enough time, do they, Coach, to run up to the ball and spike it, but do they have the poise at junior football to
St. Mary's,
be able to do that after completion?
21.
They have 2 downs available to them.
They do. We'll see what happens here.
Looking like they're not electing the field goal, but
man, I wouldn't be surprised if they come back with that outside run here to the left side that was successful earlier. If they don't, they pass it. It's going to be a pass from Hayes. It's going to be intercepted on the play, number 37 for the Colts.
Hayes' pass is picked off
Ryder
at the goal line by
Strachan.
37. Ryder
Strachan with a huge interception to end this half.
Pass looked like it was intended for 12, Micah Cuglietta.
Again, the pass was a little bit short.
Korah will take over with
Strachan
6.5
making
seconds
his name
left.
heard in the latter half of this first half, and a little underthrown, but you got to put a little more lift on that ball and get it into the end zone. Picked off on the 1, and I imagine that the Colts will take a knee with 6.5 seconds with 90 or 109 yards to travel. We also want to mention at Northern Sports Excellence, they carry CCM, Bauer, Warrior Hockey, and True to Rawlings, Warrior, Under Armour, Mizuno, Slugger, Easton, Adidas, Under Armour, Columbia, Sorel, Puma, ASICS, Reebok, and Wilson. Their massive hockey inventory and unparalleled variety of baseball and softball equipment, they have you covered. Remember, families matter, communities matter, and now more than ever, fun matters. So check out Northern Sports Excellence at 197 Trunk Road next to the IDA.
So this is likely going to be the last play of the half. It's going to be tossed.
Here we go.
Oh, intercepted. Oh, he didn't go down in time for one more play.
Off by number 55.
It is going to be the end of the first half with the score. The Knights 21.
That's going to
the Colts 21.
run
the
out the
Knights
clock,
8.
and that's the half. Just a reminder, concessions are open.
Holy
Interception
man,
done
so
by Mac Fenchak on that one, and had he gotten out of bounds and stopped the clock, he might have had a chance
one
one
more
play.
play and maybe a field goal.
I
But
think his eyes got as big as saucers, and he wanted to run that back all the way to the house and celebrate. But great first half.
it
A lot
was.
of change in momentum. 21-8 is your score at the half. Korah leading your St. Mary's Knights. Be sure to come back and join us for the second half. Saultsports.com bringing you Sault High School football.
Steady. No run back. That'll be first.
Welcome back, everybody,
Looks like from about
to Sergeant Fott Field here for the second half of action between these Korah Colts and the St. Mary's Knights. The Colts are up 21-8 here to start the second half. And Coach, it was kind of what we expected early with the young St. Mary's team up against this powerhouse Colts team. Both teams first game on a Thursday night and showed a little bit of nerves, but they both settled in here nicely, and we're seeing some great football on both sides of the field.
They have. St. Mary's really showing a little bit of nerves early, and Korah able to stretch it out early, go up 3 scores. But nice job by St. Mary's to come back and roar to 21-8. Almost had another score at the end of the first half. But they take the ball, and that's 23.
Hunter Jackson.
Hunter Jackson
Couple
with a
of
nice
yards.
reception.
He's brought down by Cohen Manchelenko.
To get this drive underway. It looks like it's about 2nd and 7 from the 36, depending on the spot here. So, yeah, St. Mary's looking to march. Got to get claw back into this and down 13, but Korah's hoping to come up with a big defensive stop to start the second half and change the momentum. There's been a few momentum changes in the games. There's some fumbles and some turnovers and some turnover on downs. Fake punt earlier to get the fans on the edge of their seats. So we're in for a great second half.
Hayes now, he hands it off to Hunter Jackson.
Flag on the play.
There's a penalty
Hand off to
marker
Hunter
down.
Jackson.
57.
He's hit by, it looks like 57, Gabe Phillips.
57
We do have
Gabe
a flag
Phillips
on the play.
the tackle. We'll see what the penalty call
It's
is
usually in
the backfield there.
the area of an illegal formation, so we'll see. No, it looks like it is going to be holding against St. Mary's. So that's even worse. Oh, no, it was too many men. Sorry, I thought he gave the holding signal on the far side.
So that's too many men on St.
Illegal
Mary's.
formation was the call. Too many men. It's tough to count to 12.
Too many men. Maroon. And now repeat it.
So
Back 10.
Back 10, wow. Too
back
many
10,
men,
so
10-yard penalty. And
going from 2nd and 6 to
That'll back
2nd
St.
and
Mary's up,
16.
still second down.
Back them up to the 26-yard line. Wait to see where they spot it. Anyway, that's a mistake we can't make with the counts.
No, and again, it's I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, no pun intended, but with the Colts on the field. But you know, they're young. They're going to have those mistakes getting in and out of the huddle, substitutions, and that time they had too many on the field, and not the way they wanted to start this second half. And a beautiful job on the far side by the defense. And again, it's Aiden Wanch again. And
Aiden Wanch.
So you're going to have to do something about number 8 because he's everywhere on the
a couple
field.
more yards.
Takes the 3rd and 16.
Country mile for the Knights.
Drops back even further now. So, again, you talk about that execution and that just having your team leaders in the huddle counting their guys and making sure that personnel's accounted for. Those are the ones that first couple weeks you polish up, and hopefully by the time playoffs roll around, you got that in your back pocket and you focus on the game at hand here. So 3rd and 26 from the 16, according to the scoreboard. Oh,
nice job there by the defense. And number 11, Contolainen.
Cam Contolainen
Cam Contolainen breaking a few tackles,
gets up
but
to the 20
long way to go.
after a couple of good hard yards.
Couple of yards
That'll set up 4th down.
to bring up 4th down. 4th and 21, let's say. Start second half. I'm sure that's a punting situation, so Korah should get the ball back, barring a turnover. But number 20,
Turner Dickinson and Malchiori are back to return this punt.
Playing pretty deep for the last couple of punts that we've seen, so let's see if they have to charge this one. But a nice boot.
Nice boot.
I lied.
Right to Malchiori does a great job with the return, and he's dangerous, folks. He's got some room on the far left side.
Oh.
Nice special teams tackle made by number 25, I believe.
That's Bo Primo, who's
Malchiori,
been called a few
with a good
times
run
today.
back.
Nice open field
Number
tackle,
12,
bring him
Micah
down.
Cuglietta.
Korah with some great field position. Great boot, that leg. I think he out-kicked his coverage there, and Malchiori able to run back for a significant return. Looks like they'll spot the ball on the 37
Great run by
yard line.
Malchiori. Sets up 1st and 10. Korah
Well, speaking of kickers there,
from the 38.
I was having a hard time remembering who the great kicker was that got drafted to the CFL. It was Anthony Postorero. He was drafted by the Edmonton Eskimos back in the day, so certainly had some great kickers here. And when we get a stoppage of time, we'll definitely tell you a great story in regards to a kicker. That was number 31 for the Colts.
Gets behind the line,
Williamson
the
with the carry there.
off. No yards for Williamson.
No yards, maybe a loss of 1.
Loss of probably about 2 yards. That'll set up second and 12
from the 40. So are the Colts happy to run out the clock and try and chip away and slowly march up the field, or will they take to the air too and see if
I think,
secondary?
I think, certainly Zane's shown that he can throw the football, but they've got a three-headed horse here that
handoff to Malchiori.
Three-headed monster, sorry, that
hit
they
by
have.
Marcus
I think they're going to keep it on the ground
and a couple other St. Mary's Knights.
See if they can break one, but the defense has done a much better job here late in the first half and early in the second here of really limiting big gains here for the Colts. So we'll see if that can continue, and if they can continue to stop this offense is good. They're going to give them an opportunity to get some more points and make this a ball game, but getting a 15-yard face masking penalty, Scott's not going to help them there, and they'll go. They'll have an automatic first down 15 yards up from the point of infraction. So it's going to be first and 10 inside the 30 for the Colts. So.
And Coach, even though that the Knights were pressing late in the second quarter, obviously Korah is in command here, up 13, but not getting complacent, but probably play conservatively, not try to anything too exciting, but they'll be pounding and grounding on the floor.
So that is an automatic first down for the Colts.
So it brings up a first down from about the 25-yard line. So St. Mary's in tight, got to hold the fort here. Looks to be placed on the 28-yard line, so Colts will take over there.
One of the unnecessary things in sports, Scott, is when a referee asks the captain of the yellow team, do you want the ball here at second down and long, or do you want it 15 yards up there and have a first down? I don't really know if that's necessary, but
I always thought that was a concussion test when they would ask me that.
Right? Yeah. What day is it, and do you want this automatic first down? Yeah, we'll take that one.
I'll take that. So again, Colts marching thanks to the Knights backpedaling from these penalty calls. So again, early in the season, those penalties come back to hurt you a little bit, and hopefully it won't be a factor in the game. But it's a little free 15 to bring him to the 28-yard line. Got the Knights on the heels for sure.
So Murdoch under center. He's got Cochamilio and Malchiori in the backfield. It's going to be an off-tackle play for Malchiori. Hits the hole hard. Good hard running by Malchiori. Nice tackle downfield by number 41 for the Knights.
Good hard run.
Gabriel Bafano.
Gabe Bafano with the tackle.
Holy Cross fame. Gabriel, a great ball player, had a great summer at the SMFL loop, and obviously taking his skills to the next level in high school. So well done, Mr. Bafano. And nice pickup on the play. Looks like he's just short of the first down. They got him spotted at 2nd and 1 from the 14 with 8:21 to go in this third quarter.
So I think you're going to see another fake off tackle to Malchiori to the right. Have number 31 coming back on that inside. Nope. I was wrong. It's a quarterback sneak on silent count, and you're not going to be able to stop that, like we mentioned earlier. And
Gabe Bafano. Again with the tackle
just
for the Knights.
Great job by
first and goal from about
by Murdoch getting that first down, and here we go, first and goal now for the Colts. There's that off tackle play again to Malchiori. He keeps his feet moving, gains a good 4 or 5 yards.
Another little bit of a broken record, 29-41. Malchiori.
Little bobble on the play.
Bafano with the tackle.
Malchiori was able to secure the ball and bring it down to the 1, tackle by Bafano for the 3rd time in 3 plays. So
Malchiori giving the coaches the give it to me again sign. Same play. And we'll see what happens if they do give it to him again on the 1-yard line, or if they go with the quarterback sneak. And they give it to him again. There is going to be a flag. And just Touchdown for the Colts for now.
Flag on the play.
Penalty marker down is going to be offsides on the Knights or illegal formation on the Colts. We'll find out, but for now it is a touchdown for the Colts. It's Melchiori.
42, Marcus Spatafora and Dominic Cavalier coming up with a big stick, but Melchiori able to fall forward, and they indicate 6 points.
So the penalty eventually was on St. Mary's. It's the flag. Cochimilio come in for
against
the extra point.
St. Mary's. Cochimilio to try the extra point to make it a 28-8 game. And again, that's not a backbreaker by any stretch with lots of game left, but that's certainly a nice push for the Korah Colts as they try to flex their muscle a little bit. You can imagine they'll probably want to tear down the clock a little bit and run out as much time, run off as much time, limit the St. Mary's chance to score 21 points.
Yeah, just a great response by the Korah Colts coming out in this second half.
Korah goes for 2, reverse to, looks like Cam Williamson, good for 2 points.
They run a reverse here to Williamson for the 2-point convert. It is good, but just a great response by the Colts in the second half. They stopped the Knights on their drive. They forced the punt, and then shortly after they punch it in themselves. So
that was,
definitely the way.
That was on the 38. Sorry.
That was definitely a great response, and that's the bad part about having those mics, Scott. If you don't turn them off, we hear everything. So
Robbie Greb has rocked the microphone on a few karaoke nights, so I'm sure he's used to that and loves all the attention. So well done, referee Greb.
I tell you, with this microphone thing for referees here, this just might lengthen Greb's career another 5 to 10 years, maybe. I'm not saying he likes to hear himself talk, but it is a pretty cool feature, and I think it would extend my career as well.
It is great, and it's great for the fans as they get to hear the ends, the goings on inside the huddle and on the field, and explain some of the penalties and calls that these referees are making. So,
and I love it too, because then we don't have to explain it. So it's all explained here. And,
very good.
And yeah, you did a.
And as a football fan, we're still learning every single day. So we learn the yard off rules, the third downs versus 4 down football, all kinds of great stuff. So. A little confusion on the kick, but St. Mary's deep to receive.
Nice return again on that far
side.
Oh, wow, what a tackle
beautiful
on the far side.
Jacob Mayville with a big stick. I think it was number 50. Jacob Mayville on the hit on Orzetti. And
Jaden Caldmo with the tackle for Korah.
Yeah, nice. It's been nice special teams tackles by both teams this game. And mentioned it earlier, it is a game of 3 phases, and now the Colts are going to try to slow this Knights offense down here, and then they certainly need to respond with half of the third quarter now gone. They need to get some points on the board to get back in this game, so a very important drive here for the Knights, and let's see if they can get some of that end of first half momentum going here in the third. And early pressure up front by that D-line of the Colts.
23 Jackson with the carry.
Jackson is going to be stuffed after
we do have a
no gain or a short
loss. 49-yard line of the Knights.
Penalty marker down on the play. We'll see what it is here.
A nice job by the defensive front there to push Manchelenko in there, among others, putting a big stick. Minimal gain, if any. Looks like it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. They haven't moved the flag, but
yeah, it'll be 1st and 10 with the flag, and they just
the penalty. Sorry.
Yeah, with the penalty.
I didn't hear the penalty. Sorry.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it's going to be on the Knights, and just backbreakers. Again, that pressure is causing them to hold, and with a young offensive line, you're going to get those types of penalties, especially earlier in the season. And like Coach Bonifero said before the game, we're going to, take today's game as I guess all the games up until the playoffs as an opportunity for them to get better on the offensive line. Everybody makes the playoffs, so you want to make sure that you're playing your best when your best matters, and I'm sure this young O-line will certainly mature as the season goes on. Little pitch out there.
Ball goes to Cole Reve.
Cole Reve
gets some good
with
positive
the
yards.
carry.
Gets out to about 35.
Nice carry out to about the 35, so a gain of 4 or 5 on the play, but still a long way to go. probably bring up 2nd and 16.
51, Elidio Braganca
Lydia Braganca
with the tackle.
With the tackle. Lydia Braganca, says Paul. Phil Babaco. Thank you. Easy for him to say. So again, according to the scorecard, it's 2nd and 18 from the 33. 5:46 to go in the third here.
Hayes pitches it outside.
Oh, nice.
Nice cutback by number
Pitch to Hunter
22.
Jackson. He cuts back, goes against the grain.
It was 23, Hunter
Gets a little bit
Jackson,
more
the ball
positive
carrier.
yardage.
And again, Coach, it's a game of X and O's and execution, and just one seal
Braganca
block might afford the
looks
guy
like,
a chance to cut to the corner and
all
turn it
alone.
up for a big gain. Had to cut it back in, gain a few on the play, but not enough to bring it any closer than 3rd and 14 from the 34.
I know Korah Base had some success running it on the outside. I'd like to see St. Mary's try to push this defense and really have them, defend the entire field horizontally and vertically, and staying between the tackles for the most part here in the second half. But now we got to pass their back. And Hayes wanted to get that hitch pass again, but there's some
Hayes looks to pass,
miscommunication.
but he keeps it, gets out to about the
And he'll
45.
keep it to get it to the 45-yard line, and it'll be a nice
40
gain on the
seconds,
play.
7.
However,
Logan
it's going to
Lajan
be
with the tackle.
oh, and there's a penalty
And we have a
marker on the
flag.
play. So
Late flags, the coaches hate to see him. On the last play, number 22, Gabrielle Seguin, is in there pursuing on the tackle. So Korah Colts bringing some new personnel in there, getting them a chance to get some reps, and well done, Gabrielle. So a flag looks like an unsportsmanlike again.
So unsportsmanlike conduct on
Against
the
So
Knights.
that looks like objectionable conduct against
They
St. Mary's.
couldn't keep their mouths shut at
It's
the
a
end of the
10-yard
play, and
penalty.
now it's going to be pushing back even a little bit
And
further, and it's going to give the Colts
That'll back them
some
up
better
to
field
about the
position there once
35.
they return this kick. And again, it's going to be
Sets
Hunter
up
Dickinson
fourth
and
and long.
Peyton Malchiori back to return this punt. And both teams have shown they've got great kickers on both sides, and we'll see if
And again, 29-8 down 3 scores. It's easy for these kids to get excited and take a penalty at
We have another
inopportune
flag
moments,
down around the 34.
costing them some.
and
Some
now the
good
bench got just
possessions.
got a penalty. So either the coach or somebody on the sideline said something that the referee Donnie Chow didn't like, and they're going to back him up another 15 more.
So shooting themselves in the foot. Obviously, lots of game left with 3:52 to go in the third quarter, but moving backwards at every opportunity doesn't help your chances to come back in this game.
So that's an objectionable conduct call against the bench of the Knights. That'll back them up, looks like 10 more.
And it's an emotional game, so you can see how people get
Remains fourth
excited
down.
and things get away on you, and that ability to control your emotions and stay in the moment. And
It
without
is.
going over
It
that
is.
line
Yes,
is a tough one.
it's definitely an emotional game, and
Great boot.
Dickinson now is going to return it. He's got a little bit of room, but nice tackle.
Oh boy! My
Beautiful punt
goodness.
picked up by Dickinson.
Number 33 for the Knights.
He's met by 33, Diego Garcia.
Diego Garcia with another tackle. We've called his name a couple times.
Grayson Giordano also
Moving
in on
out
the hit there,
42.
number 85.
Spanafora. That'll be first
Nicely
and 10
done on
Korah.
special teams. And again, some big contact. there.
Yeah, we've seen some great
About the
contact, and some great
54-yard
hits
line.
here on special teams, and definitely kudos to both these staffs for teaching them how to keep their head out of the tackle, and we haven't seen any dangerous hits so far. So, great job by both of these programs. And now the Colts will have it first and 10 on the St. Mary's Knights 51-yard line, and we'll see what they have in store here for this drive.
And of course, the ooh-ahs are always so much more frequent on the special teams with guys running and gunning at 30 miles an hour and heading downfield, looking just
So
to
there's a flag on
make
the
their
play.
statement in the game. And again, so much that the fans are here to see is the rock 'em, sock 'em, slug it out football, and again, some great hitting today and some great impacts on special teams and throughout the whole game. So
Yeah, it's
well done. Congratulations, boys.
yeah, definitely a collision
Piece of
sport in
penalties
there.
against Korah, that'll move it up to the 30.
Speaking of collision sports, you got a big heavyweight tilt coming out the second half of this doubleheader.
Either
We
the
got
ball
the
stands at
senior
35
Colts
yard
against
line.
the senior Knights at 7:30 here at Superior
They're
Heights
going to re-kick.
Fieldhouse. Come on down and watch. You're going to see some big collision football with the likes of Caleb Thibodeau, number 29 for the Colts. Some smash mouth football coming your way, facing the aerial attack of Matty Tucker and the explosive Knights. So if you have nothing to do today, or if you want to change your plans, come on out. We're here. $5 will get you a seat in the best seat in the house. So come on down and watch some great high school sports and support your local high school athletes here. We're in for a great game as we watch the finish of this game. 3:39 to go. 29-8 Korah. St. Mary's taking over with the ball.
So we're going to repeat fourth down.
Another nice punt there is going to be returned by Malchiori. Great job on the return
Picked up by Malchiori.
and a nice
He gets
tackle.
to about the
Great stop by
49 yard
Cole
line, brought
Reve.
down by Cole Reve.
Cole Reve on the stop. So taking over about just shy of midfield. Korah will have the ball, and I'm assuming that they're going to keep the ball on the ground again, up 3 scores, and try to wear it out the clock. And this is where number 4, the quarterback, can take as much time off the clock if they get it rolling and try to limit St. Mary's time for their offense on the field. So
Yeah, if I'm the Colts, I'm going to work on our passing game. I like to see big Zane Murdoch throw the football a little bit more. He definitely has some weapons on the outside, and it's certainly an opportunity up 3 scores to work on some of those things in game, and we'll see if that is indeed the case here on this drive. And Murdoch hands it off to Malchiori, off tackle again. Nice job there by number
Malchiori
76.
gets just across the line of scrimmage.
Dominic Cavalier once again
Dominic
calling his
Cavalier.
number, and big number 94.
Aaron Juma with the tackle.
Heath Desjardins.
Bo Primo also in on
He had
that.
some help with Bo Jeffrey Primo.
Heath Desjardins getting credit up here in the booth. So St. Mary's trying to stop this Colts offense from marching. 2nd and 8 from the 51.
Nice tackle.
Williamson with the carry.
Did not
He's hit
get
at the
fooled
30.
that time. Williamson
Looks like
with
39, Tyler Cady. That'll set up
39,
third
Tyler
down.
Cady. First time we called his name, Tyler.
No gain, 3rd and 8.
Another graduate of Holy Cross, former student, and great kid, great baller. His dad, obviously a great baller in his day, and his grandfather, Mark, coach of mine back at St. Mary's when we coached together. Great player in his own right, played for the Steelers as well. A lot of great teams in the 90s and 2000s.
definitely some great football genes in that family. Mark coached with me at Basil's during all those successful seasons with that group, and just a passionate football guy, and
Murdoch, a little pass
a
to
great motivator, and
Melchior.
just fantastic X's and O's as well. So those are the only things
Wesley
I
Tate with
miss.
the tackle.
I miss coaching high
Passing
school
plays good
football.
enough for a first down for the Colts.
Made the switch to basketball. Really enjoying that right now, and but you do miss the number of coaches that you coach with at the during football, and there's 8 to 12 coaches on each staff, so you missed going out for a bite to eat and a drink after practice and after games, and definitely lots of characters, and Mark Cady was definitely one of those guys, and nice to see his grandson out here playing football. And Malchiori balls on the ground and recovered by the Knights.
Gets some good
It is a
yards as the ball comes
turnover.
out.
That's the 2nd time now,
We
and
have
another
a
penalty
struggle
marker
for it
down.
and a flag.
So we'll see whether it was down by contact or if the ball was out before. And
I
it
think-
looks like St. Mary's might have pulled a magic rabbit out of the hat here. So
Hit by
hopefully
Wesley Tate, number
for the
58, on
Knights,
the
they
original
will
tackle. Ball comes loose. That's St. Mary's
turn
ball.
the ball. And it looks like that's
Ball
what's
is
happening
recovered
with the
by
offense
Jeffrey
rolling
Primo.
out onto the field. So Primo with the
St. Mary's takes over
fumble
Great
on their own
recovery.
39-yard line.
Great job by the Knights defense there. Malchiori runs so hard, and sometimes, Scott, when you try to fight for those 1 or 2 extra inches, that's when you get the second and third hit come in, and I think that's what happened there to Peyton, and lost possession of that ball. Great heads-up play by the defense to get right on top of it and get another stop. So, I mean, they've definitely had some stops here. It has that young defense, and now the offense, it's their turn to get a consistent drive going and hopefully put some points on the board before
move the ball up
before the fourth quarter begins.
And your coaches are always telling you once the ball carrier is under wraps, and go for the strip and try to see if you can get that ball loose and get on the ground, and that's exactly what the St. Mary's Knights did on that play with Primo coming up with the fumble recovery. So let's see if St. Mary's can manufacture something here with 57 seconds left in the third quarter, starting from their own 49-yard line.
Handoff now to Hunter Jackson again. Nice job by the Colt defender, number
50.
Hunter Jackson with the carry. Gabe Phillips with the tackle.
57 for the Colts.
Gabe Phillips
Gain
again.
of about
Gabe Phillips
3
with
yards.
the stop. Gain about 3 yards,
second
bringing
and
up
7.
2nd and 7 on the play. And Hunter Jackson just can't seem to get loose, missing one block to spring something for a big gainer, but we'll continue running him with the ball. So look for him in the fourth quarter as we wind down a third. Oh,
Hand off to Cole Reve.
Cole Reve with
He's
a nice
tackled by
gain
Korah
there. He's
Manchelenko.
tackled by Korah Manchelenko.
Good enough for a boat.
Manchelenko.
7 yards and a first down.
And it's a gain of
That's the end of the third quarter.
7. I think it's just going to be short of the first. So it'll be
well, back was indicated a first down, but we'll
Yeah,
see what
I
the
don't-
spot. But
I don't
either
think
way,
so.
we're going to flip the table here, and we're going to go for the fourth quarter. We're going to move the sticks, and we might have a measurement here, but we'll wait and see. So at the end of 3 quarters, we have the Korah Colts 29, the St. Mary's Knights junior football team 8 points. So a 3 score difference in the game, 3 touchdowns difference, 21 points lead for the Colts. And you probably expect them to just try to run out the clock. St. Mary's is going to try to answer here and close the gap here with their own score, their own offensive attack here, taking over from the 51 of the Korah Colts. So
it is a first down for the Knights, so Hayes will have it under center. He's got a full house backfield in the backfield for him. It's a pitch to the outside. And Cole Reve again, the ball carrier.
With the tackle.
Gain of only a couple.
Hunter
for a
Jackson,
couple yards.
Jaheim Perot-Didier leading out, but unable to get that blocking, so only a short gain on the play, maybe 2 or 3 on the play, bring up second and 8, it looks like.
Yeah, as an offensive football coach myself, anytime I would see a running back or slot back make a great block, even a wide receiver, their number was getting called right after that. And it's certainly a way to motivate these young athletes to be unselfish, to make those blocks for their teammates. And the Knights here are doing a great job. And now it looks like there's an injury or 2 on the field here after that tackle. And hopefully the 2 of them are going to be okay.
Yeah, and you talk about that unselfish play, and a lot of these guys love to get to the end zone, love to have their name called, and love to obviously score touchdowns. But you look at, for example, in the case of St. Mary's Knights, and Nate Carter, he's one of the better blocking receivers in the league, despite his ability to haul in anything that is thrown in his vicinity. Unselfishly goes out and puts big blocks and risks his body, and is a team player in that respect. So not only does he have many skills on the offense, he's when asked to, steps up and makes big play, as do a lot of these guys that sacrifice their body and make the effort on behalf of their team. Looks like we got a...
Yeah, both guys shaking up after that play, Scott. 51 for the Colts is up and heading back to the sidelines, and Didier is a little bit still shaking up. Pro Didier is still has his knee down, and Coach Monteferro is tending to him, but looks like he is going to be okay. Referee Rob Graves checking him out there.
Looks like Briganka's off on his own steam, making his way to the sidelines. Number 51 for Korah. Looks like he's going to be all right. Looks like Didier is also on the mend, and he'll have to come and sit out for a couple. hopefully he'll be back in and be able to continue into that game. You mentioned Mark Cady, and I think back to the days when we coached at St. Mary's, and I think we might have been on some nights at practice sweating harder than some of our players. I remember Mark putting his hat on backwards and getting in the pit and showing him how to do the technique, and we donated a bit of blood, and we'd always used to call our defensive squad the band of old ragtag fugitive fleet. So great nicknames back in the day. Ball's on the ground.
Ball is on the ground, recovered by the Colts.
Korah football.
And just when you think you're marching and making progress,
3. Cohen Manchlenko recovers the ball. Korah will take over.
Recovers the ball for the Colts and puts St. Mary's on their heels again. So we'll see that offense for the Korah Colts come out. 10:29 to go in the fourth. Now they're probably going to look to just run out the clock and put a nail in this one. But St. Mary's defense obviously is going to want to counter that. We'll see a great finish to this ball game.
Yeah.
You knew that?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Korah starts from their own 42-yard line, up 29-8, 10:23 to go in the fourth quarter.
Murdoch under center. He's going to hand it. Oh,
ball's on the ground again.
That's the second or third time I've seen
drops it, falls on
with
the
these
ball.
handoffs with the Colts in their backfield.
Loss of a few yards.
Certainly is a lot of fancy footwork has to be done in order to get all the timing down for these handoffs, and you are going to get the odd time where it's not going to be successful, and that was one of those times. Kochmelia couldn't get the handoff from Murdoch. Murdoch does a great job just getting back on top of it. It's going to be a loss of 4 yards, second down here for the Colts. And longtime referee Jimmy Corelli is making his way onto the field, and he's got his pants on ready to go, so he'll be certainly refereeing in the nightcap.
Signing some autographs.
Mount
Missouri legend.
Absolutely.
And at this time, we'd like to thank corporate champions, Huron-Superior Catholic District School Board, the Algoma District School Board, freeze frame photos by Bob Davies, Northern Sports Excellence, Wendy's from Sault Ste. Marie, and Team Essentials, True Host Sports Radio. Again, we'll have to do the job of picking our MVPs for the game. Wendy's is sponsored with the Team Essentials. They teamed up with Saultsports.com to celebrate our top athlete of this game, and we will pick that MVP every time the Sioux Sport TV streams and True Sports Radio broadcasts regular and postseason games.
Kochmelia with an outside run.
Pitch to Kochmelia. He gets
high tackle on the far side. That is going to be
eventually tackled.
Clothesline tackle, which is going to be a penalty
35 and another one
against the Knights.
55.
However, it was a penalty early against the Colts, it looks like, so these penalties might offset depending on the severity of both, and hopefully Kochmelia is going to be okay. He was kind of not clothesline, but it was a little bit of a high tackle on the far sideline there, and certainly not intentional, but kind of fell awkwardly, and hopefully he's going to be okay.
And just to follow up, each game, the Sioux Sports TV announcers will select a player and from each of the teams, and they will be awarded a Wendy's $10 gift card and a Team Essentials tee, courtesy of Team Essentials for the athlete of the game. Also want to shout out as Coach Miller gets up to his feet and gets a big round of applause from the fans. Very classy. And remember, a reminder to shop at Northern Sports Excellence. They carry CCM, Bauer, Warrior, True, and Rawlings, Under Armour, Mizuno, Slugger, Easton, Adidas, Under Armour, Columbia, Sorel, Puma, ASICS, Reebok, and Wilson. They have a massive hockey inventory and unparalleled variety of baseball, softball, and football equipment. They've got you covered. Remember, families matter, communities matter. Now more than ever, fun.
So we have holding against Korah.
You can see them at 197
play horse collar
Trunk Road.
St. Mary's at the end of that play.
Please visit Northern Sports Excellence and frequent all of our sponsors and support them as they support your local athletes here. So we got a penalty on the play, and we heard of a holding. And what's the result
so
of the
it's a game of 5 yards.
calls
It'll be
here,
an
Coach?
automatic first down. First and 10, Korah.
They pick up the
From
flag
their
for the
own
high
47.
tackle, or is it just?
No, it's just it was a holding penalty against the Colts. However, it was 15-yard variety against the Knights, so they will override the other, and it'll be a 5-yard gain for the Colts and an automatic first down. They'll have it 1st and 10 here with another handoff to Melchiori off tackle right. That's his play, and
Melchiori
some
with
hard
3-4
running by
yards.
Melchiori, and hangs on to the football and gains 5 yards on the play.
Brings it out to the
76
54.
Dominic Cavalier with
76
the tackle.
Cavalier on the tackle, so having himself a big game on defense. Just called his name a few times.
Certainly is.
Ball's at the 54, bringing up 2nd and 3 by the looks. So again, Colts content to run up the gut, kill a little bit of clock, wear down that defensive front for the St. Mary's Knights, and they're hoping to pull one, strip one, and regain the possession for them. Quarterback sneak maybe from 3-4 yards out. That's a little wishful thinking, but
yeah,
Murdoch with the keeper.
Like
they called it.
They might go
Hit
back
by Cavalier.
right to that again here because it looks like they're going to be short. So if they did it from 3 yards out, I'm sure they'll do it again from
2 more yards, short a foot. They should be able to march that forward. So St. Mary's have to shore up that defensive front, and they can probably expect another play similar. And again, both of these teams coming out and competing. Week 2,
So
lots
not
to learn.
first
Sure, they'll go
down.
back to the
It'll
game
say
film and
third down.
see what they can build on.
handoff up the gut that time.
Good hard run there. I don't know who the ball carrier there, but good
Tackle
hard
by
run.
Primo.
3 yards. Primo in on a tackle. Good enough for the first down. Number 33, the ball carrier. That's Austin
Manchelenko with the
Marshall.
carry.
Manchelenko, 23, I apologize. Cohen
That'll be first
Manchelenko
down, Korah.
in the jumbo offense there, looking like he's powering forward and gains those hard yards for the first down.
Certainly did. They used to call that JFA back in my day, where you'd line up some big boys in the backfield and to get those tough yards, and certainly effective there. Another Colt first down.
Hand off to Manchelenko. He gets to the outside, gets inside the 40.
So Manchelenko, who spent some time on defense earlier in the game, is
Matt
getting some reps at
Benchak with the tackle.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, and a nice job out front by Manchelenko to get to the outside, and he had some great blocking as well, and used his speed and power to get another first down for the Colts.
number 55, Mac Benchak on the tackle. Himself having a great game with about 3 or 4 tackles and an interception at the end of the half. So number 55, well done, son. Keep up the great work.
I know we're pronouncing the young man's name as Manchelenko, and I keep hearing Phil say that, but I'm not seeing a C and an H in his name there, so I don't know where that's coming from. So I'm hoping we're not butchering Manuelenko's name the entire ball game, but
good run by
I
Cam
believe I've
Williams.
called that name in a senior game, so I think you might have an older
Brought
brother.
down by
yeah.
Or
36,
or
Brian
maybe I've seen
Sonic.
it in SMFL programs, but I believe it's Manchelenko. I played years ago with a coach,
Yeah,
Billy
it's
Manchelenko.
certainly a name that we're familiar with, but
Yeah.
looks like a typo here on the
Maybe it's
on the roster.
auto-corrected from my telephone.
there you go.
My cell phone.
Second down now and 6 for the Colts. There's 5 minutes left to go in this ball game. The Colts are up big 29-8 against the Knights.
Nice to see some rookies getting their licks in here. I see Seamus Prophet, 82, out there, center for the Colts, and some other young guys getting their.
Nice pass out there to Gavin Graysdale, and Gavin,
Quick pass to
He's gonna
Gavin
have-
Grisdale.
first down yardage might be just a
He gets
little
the
short.
first down.
No, it
Tackle by
isn't.
number 36, Brian Sonic.
Brian Sonic
Is-
on the stop, and
Nice little hitch pass there to number 11. That's his second catch of the ball game.
and we're waiting to see the spot. Looks like it might be enough for a first down, but might be close enough to measure. But as I was saying, as you get along in the game here, and we're up 3 scores, 4 minutes to go, maybe some of these coaches are going to get their, second stringers in there. That's a great chance to get some reps, get some dirt on your uni. And
Yeah, you're only one hit away from being a first stringer, and there's
Malchiori with a beautiful cut
with
back.
another run for another gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
He's taken out by Wesley Tate. Good run, though.
Wesley Tate on the stop for the
Wesley
Knights.
Tate with the run, with the tackle.
And again, when you mentioned one hit away, a lot of these coaches and these teams and, college, university, and the pros, they tell you, next man up, right? Because there are these injuries that happen, and these guys got to be ready. So they practice all week just to get a chance.
100%. Listening to Coach Sala from the New York Jets there talk about Aaron Rodgers, and a reporter was asking about the mentality of his football team losing Aaron Rodgers, and a beautiful pass and catch. There's penalty flags all over the place.
We do have 2 flags on the play.
But a nice pass and catch from Zane Murdoch to number 26 for the Colts, Charlie McMaster.
86, Drew Albury. With the catch
that was
in the end zone.
86.
86, Drew
Albury with
Procedure
the
call
touchdown.
against Korah, so that's going to come back.
But it's coming back, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty and a second down repeated. But anyways, back to Robert Sala, the head coach of the New York Jets. He's like, listen, nobody cares that we lost our starting quarterback. It's next man up mentality, and we're going full steam ahead. We got a long season, and they've got confidence in Zach Wilson. They might be the only people with confidence in Zach, but they're certainly going to be looking to end the season with him, it looks like, and not go outside the organization. So, again, that next man up mentality. One guy goes down, the rest of the guys got to pick up the slack. And
tackle by Heath
short
Desjardins.
little gain there on the play. Desjardins with a nice tackle.
Manchelenko
as Manchelenko
maybe
was
a
the
couple
ball
yards.
carrier, and he'll bring up third down.
And Zach Wilson sure did look like he had his deer in the headlights on, but again, he came in and finished off the opponent and won the first game for the Jets. So they're still a pretty formidable team, and nice to
That's
see.
a 3-minute
You
warning.
mentioned earlier Charlie McMaster by accident, thinking it was 86 and it's 26, but there's a young guy that's out there. He's practicing every day. He's out playing hard. Like these guys like Cole Bailey, number 80, same area, just waiting to get their chance, just chomping at the bit. Put me in, coach, and they'll get their dues. Hopefully not through injury, but by working hard and earning it. So
100%.
well done for those guys. Grace and Avery, another one. These young guys just waiting,
Cam Wilson.
waiting for their
Williamson
opportunity.
struggling for some
Williamson
yardage,
running
refuses to
the
go
ball
down.
for the Colts. Picked up a big
Heath Desjardins again with the tackle.
11, 12 yards on the play. Probably bring up a punting situation, but
Yeah, he's been a nice little runner for the Colts there with that three-headed monster of himself, Cochamilio and Malchiori, and he likes to run those inside traps and did a nice job there again. And they've certainly got a lot of talent here on this Korah Colts team, and they've been the more consistent team here this afternoon. But
So that's 4th down
certainly
for the Colts,
seen
4th and 4.
some great things from St. Mary's, and again, Coach talking about how young they are. And in football, especially in high school, you go from the small dog to the big dog, back to the small dog to the big dog again, going from grade 9 to 10, and then starting at your senior in grade 11, you're the small dog again. So these guys will definitely get where they need to go as the years go on, and constantly going to be developing their skills. And so this young team won't be very young next year, and certainly Coach is hoping they'll mature by the end of this season.
looks like they're trying for the field goal. So Cochamilio lined up, hoping to score another 3 or at least put it into the end zone and force the Knights to carry it out. Cochamilio is carefully measuring this one. The hold.
The kick is up,
And it's good.
and it's good.
Cochamilio's kick is up and good.
And it wasn't pretty, but it's pretty effective because 3 points later,
3 points is
Just
3
over 2
points.
we've
minutes
And
got
left.
ourselves
Just a reminder, heavyweights go.
32-8 game.
Senior Knights, Senior Colts.
Colts leading
Right after this game.
203. I think we've got this one in the books. It's a matter of formalities here. As the St. Mary's Knights will probably get one more chance. And you know what? As a building block, Coach Boniferro still put his best guys out there and try to march down the field and score some points. Works on some stuff for game film, and they can work on next week. But there's no quitting these Knights. They'll keep bringing it for the next 2 minutes and 3 seconds. So
absolutely. And Cochamilio with the field goal. So I'll tell you my quick kicker story. So when I started at St. Basil's coaching years ago, I was coaching the junior football team there, and And I was looking at the elementary school 100-meter dash champions throughout the zones and through the city, find out who the fast kids were that were enrolled at St. Basil's. And so I saw the name Carlo Carchidi, and I had the registration information, so I called his family and was hoping that he was going to come out for football, as he was not a Sioux-minded football kid at the time. So Carlo did show up, and he was the fastest kid on the field, but sadly he had told me that what I wanted him to be was a running back, but he said, "Coach, I just want to be a kicker." I said, "Carlo, you're the fastest kid on the team. I need you in the backfield." And Carlo really didn't like the contact, so he just wanted to stay a kicker. Well, in the semifinal game against the Dunn, with an opportunity to win the game
45, Ren Levesque with the carry.
from 37 yards out,
Watch with the
Carlo
tackle.
kicks a
Levesque
game-winning
with a
field
good hard
goal
run
from
for
37.
5 yards.
For a
They'll
grade
set up
9 to
second
kick a
and
37-yard field goal, it was extremely impressive. And so we're on the bus celebrating after the semifinal win, and I just yelled out, "Carlo," and Carlo popped his head up in the middle of the bus, and I said, "Listen, if you want to just be a kicker, that's okay by me." So what I wanted with him was to be the fastest kid on the field and be a running back for my football team, but he had different plans, and sure enough, he ended up being one of the best high school kickers this city.
Levesque again with the run. He's brought down, looks like, by number 90
this
for the
city
Colts,
has ever
Wyatt
seen.
Yeager.
So sorry, this speaker is just very distracting, but yeah, he just was a fantastic kid, fantastic kicker, and had a great career at St. Basil's.
Fantastic. And all great stories. These kids come from far
Good
wide.
for 2
Lots
yards.
of
That's a
different
33.
backgrounds. Some of them never played before. Some start in grade 9 like we did way back when. Some of them came up through the ranks to SMFL. It's great to see the success they're having. So,
Oh, absolutely.
great game. Both teams came out, fought like warriors, and they're closing it out here with 29. Didier
with a great little
nice run. Scampering
Good for about 8 yards and a first
8
down.
yards and a first down. So, well done. St. Mary's refusing to quit, even though down
38,
24
Robin
points.
Price with the tackle.
38, Robin Price, and apparently a fan favorite as Robin makes the score sheet. Number 38 with a big tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mums and
Wolfie's
dads
in
and
the
fans
building.
and Grammys and grandpas, everybody here cheering them on. So our job is to pick the athletes of the game coming up, so we'll confer and come up with those players of the game for you shortly here.
Hunter Jackson with another nice run to the
white guy
outside.
Eventually
And
run out of bounds.
he's going to get another Knights first down, and they've certainly shown the ability to
Run out of bounds by number
pull
15,
some nice
Matt
plays
Glavoda.
together. And for a young team like this, it's going to be about consistency, and they're going to look to have that consistency as the season moves on. And I see these two teams facing each other again down the road.
First and 10 Knights from the Korah 50.
And hopefully for the Knights, it'll be a little bit closer. And again, it's just about this young team maturing, and we'll see how that goes throughout the season. We've got spread formation now, and
11 taking the snap there, so number 11.
Contalainen with the
Contalainen taking the ball and running, scrambling.
Cam Contalainen
All the way down
with
to
a
38.
beautiful run
Nice
back
run.
and forth, changing his mind a couple times.
yeah, Contalainen
Gets
with a
above
great
11 yards and a first
run
down.
there, and he's got a first down
Robin
for
Price
the
again
Knights,
with
and
the
there's
tackle.
55.4 seconds left to go. And
Here comes Alex Hayes back in for quarterback, so nice job by Contalainen to fill in. 55 seconds left in a 32-8 game. Just a reminder for anybody watching and listening to join us again at 7:30. We're going to have your senior tilt with these Colts and Knights. A great game you don't want to miss. Come on down, beautiful night. Put a sweater on, whether it's maroon.
there we
or
go, nice
yellow.
pass.
Goes deep for Micah Cuglietta.
Just
He
gets
holds
tackled
it in.
at the 1 yard line. Cuglietta gets tackled
Short
at
to
the
the
1.
touchdown. Looks like they're
But
bucking it at
Hayes
both
does
the
a
one.
great job getting
Excellent
the
play.
distance that time. And, he's had a couple
Touchdown
opportunities that
saving
fell a little
tackle by
bit
number
short
6,
that were
Chase
intercepted
Van.
by the Colts. That time he got enough air under it. And a nice completion there to Cuglietta. Cuglietta just could not get into the end zone, but he'll be on the 1 yard line. And another opportunity for the Knights to close this gap and make it a little more respectable, and certainly give them something to work on moving forward. And we'll see what the Knights do here. And it's going to be inside handoff to who else?
29.
Oh, it
That
was
was Yahim Didier, I
it
believe.
was.
Bro Didier in
Prio
for the
Didier
touchdown
into
for
the
the
end
Knights.
zone for a nice touchdown. So,
and like you said, that is a confidence booster. Not much going right in the second half for these Knights, but they're able to close the game off. 28 seconds left, scoring. Nice ball, nice reception downfield, and then a jumbo package. Go scrambling in from the one. Again, not the result that Coach Bonifero was looking for with the St. Mary's Knights, but 32-14, a respectable showing, and both teams having a great game. And hats off to both of those teams and their coaching staffs for preparing them for a great afternoon of football. So thanks for joining us here.
So now we will take an opportunity here to select the athlete of the game, and there have been
He's going for two.
numerous guys for the Colts that can be mentioned here, but I think after all said
But there
and
is
done,
a flag on the play.
the hard running of Mr. Malchiori certainly stood out, and he did a great job getting into the end zone a couple of times, and he certainly runs the ball hard and a very good cutter, very smart with the football. So for the Korah Colts, it's going to be Peyton Malchiori, and for the Knights, coach, I'll let you decide that one.
Ooh. Again, some great players on defense having big games and getting on the tackle sheet. Some great offense, some outstanding kicking, some great efforts from many. I'm going to just take a second here and watch this play over again, this extra point.
All right. After
while
the
I
penalties,
decide.
we're going to do this all over again.
2-point convert is good. Pass is complete.
Looks like number 80, Cole Bailey, in for the 2 points, 32-16. Korah, 28 seconds left.
Number 80,
Cole Bailey on the extra point. So first few reps for Mr. Bailey and lands on the score sheet. So Mom Vicky is probably over the moon right now. Even better that Cole didn't get hurt. Pound for pound, one of the toughest kids, but not a big dude, but he's probably on cloud 9 right now. Congratulations on the extra point there. Back to the player of the game for the St. Mary's Knights. I'm going to go, despite some honorable mentions by the likes of Alexander Orazzetti and Bo Primo, some great play. I'm going to take Hunter Jackson for some hard running, some big contacts on the defensive side of the ball. So my pick for the St. Mary's Knights juniors, Mr. Hunter Jackson, number 23. So,
yeah, great game by Hunter. Like you mentioned, there was some really nice play on the defense by the likes of Desjardins and 76. Dominic Cavalier had a great game. His number was called numerous times, but man, the hard running of Hunter Jackson over and over again. He not only did he make some people miss with his speed, but ran some people over with his toughness, and he's certainly going to be a name that we're going to want to remember as the season goes on. And again, as a coach, it's the first time for a lot of these kids. You just want to get that first one out of the way. You're going to get a ton of game film to look at, and it's one thing to say it, coach, and to tell them what you want, but when they see it on film, we picked Mondays as our film day every day, and we ordered pizza and went to the theater and went through game film. And sometimes you think as a player that you did something, and then when you see it on film, the film doesn't lie. And so there'll be lots of improvements for both of these teams moving forward. And it's just great to get a game on film for them to study and to improve. And a great job by both coaching staffs, Coach Bernabucci on the Korah sideline and Coach Bonifero on the St. Mary's sideline.
Looks like Cole Reve with the catch.
It'll be 22.8 seconds left to go, and this one's almost over.
Yeah, lots to be proud for both these programs. The coaching staffs of each will go back to work. No complacency, even for a Korah team that dominated and will win this game 32-16. They're back to work on Monday. These Knights will not be deterred. They will come back and fix what was broken, and obviously the progress will be evident in the playoffs. So keep working, gentlemen and ladies, and this is new. This is brand spanking. We got week 2 starting today. There's lots of season, and we're glad that you joined us here on Saultsports.com for all of this action. Come on down for that senior tilt this evening at 7:30 at Superior Heights Field. They're going to run the clock out here. Thank you for joining us. So coach is not going to take this time to close out his signature, but 21 seconds. they're going to run the clock down. 32-16 looks to be your final. Again, come on back for the 7:30 start. You can PVR anything on TV. You don't want to miss this. Okay. Again, great job by both clubs. Score 32-16 with 21 seconds to go. So.
What a great crowd here for the week 2 of this high school action. I know both of these programs are proud programs in all sports, but especially in football. And you know, it's nice seeing some of the old coaches in the crowd. I know I saw Marty Smith here during the East-West game.
21.4 seconds left.
Marty was certainly a legend in his days of coaching football in this community, and certainly had a ton of success with the senior nights. And it's nice seeing big crowds here cheering on these young athletes, and they didn't disappoint. And here, they did recover it. The ball was
loose, and one of the night defenders had a chance to
hanging on there. Not sure who's
get his name on the scorecard, but
16 seconds left.
Korah recovered, and we'll probably close out.
St. Mary's ball.
Oh, it is St. Mary's ball. Let's
yeah,
call
it
somebody's
definitely
name
looked like it was recovered by the Colts, but the Knights did get that.
Johnny.
So again, to close out with 3.2 seconds, the St. Mary's Knights will have one last chance. Do they throw it for the end zone and try to make it
I'm going to say
a Vegas
yes.
disaster?
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
Why not? They're
not?
going to have some fun, yeah.
And Coach Bonnie's probably got a few of his Niners coming out there to get their first lick. And wouldn't that be something if they were able to close it to 32-23 and ruin all the Vegas odds for us? And again, Coach, we'll talk about it a little later, but how nice is it to see the White Pines senior program back underway here. For those of you who don't know, the senior loop missed out on some great football from the White Pines Wolverines in recent years. They're back with their program, rebuilding certainly, and they're going to be looking forward to lots of progress, and hats off to them and Coach Will Bazawa, who's got this train rolling and hoping for big things this year.
No, absolutely, and for them, you know, they're playing for their future, and their future is now. And there's going to be some bumps along the way. Obviously, when you're getting back into it, a lot of their skilled athletes are only in grade 11, so they're playing against boys who are 2 years older than they are, and but they're not looking for excuses. They want to go out there and certainly execute the best that they can, and certainly looking forward to seeing them improve as the season goes on, and everybody makes the playoffs. So.
And you don't want to fall asleep on the White Pines team either, because they're poised and they could surprise. And they got a lot of great athletes: Garen Pine, Neshoba Moore, among many others. So you never know. You got to come and play.
Yeah, sure.
The game's played between the stripes, and
sure.
We're expecting great competition from the Wolverines. We wish them all the best this year, as well as all the other teams: Superior Heights, St. Mary's, and Korah. Of course, Korah and St. Mary's squaring off tonight in the Blockbuster, the big event at 7:30. So come on down here. Join us at Saultsports.com, True House Radio. We're here. We're going to cover all your games this year, including playoffs. So look forward to a great season. Thanks for joining us. 29 from St. Mary's running the ball. That's Yahim Pro-Didier.
Pro-Didier gets a few good hard yards.
13.2
with the
seconds
tackle.
on the clock left, so maybe time for one or two plays. And I like how St. Mary's is still pounding the ball, learning from and getting more reps for some of their offensive guys. 89 is in there. Nathan Granchik. Some of these guys, number 12, Mika Cuglietta, doing a great job on the offensive line. 83 in there for a rip. There's Lyric Rooney, another St. Paul's alumni. Had the fortune of coaching, or teaching rather. It's number 77, Deacon Lesage. Looks like he's getting some great reps. So again, a great job for all these guys to get a few rips under their belt. And have an injury on the field. Looks like the St. Mary's player is getting up under his own power, and he's going to take it to the shower.
Yeah, it looks like Pro-Didier is
was that the ball carrier?
Yeah, he's the ball carrier, and looks like he's shaking up a little bit, but he's going to be all right, and he's got to come off. the field, so there'll be a substitution there. Looks like number 33 for the Knights coming on the
Diego
field.
Garcia into substitute, and the clock is running. This will probably be the last play of the game. Again, we thank you for supporting Saultsports, your high school sports, our young kids in the city of Sault Ste. Marie. They appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming out. Last play of the game coming up. Let's see if St. Mary's can hit pay dirt. Alex Hayes
This will be the
in the
last
shotgun.
play of the game.
Looking to pass. Big rush by Korah. Pass almost completed. Nice ball thrown.
Pass is
The
incomplete
receiver,
to number 80.
number 80,
Cole
unable to
Bailey.
haul it
Ladies
in.
and gentlemen, that's a game. Final
But,
score, the Korah Colts 32, St. Mary's Knights 16. We're going to pause for about 20 minutes. We'll
Right.
be right back with a senior tilt. We're going to have some
So we
great
will be back
football
in 20
action coming
minutes
up,
for the
folks.
senior
Stick
action.
around,
My name is
you're not
Ryan
gonna wanna
Willington.
miss
I'm
this
here
one.
with Scott McPherson, and we will see you in about 20 minutes' time.